Thought about a signature touchdown dance?
Yeah, I think I need to change it up from last time. Pretty embarrassed about that, actually. No, I think I'll switch something up if I get in there again.
How much do you guys practice with a guy like Don Jackson at fullback?
It's just a goal line thing. I mean, he's crazy. So we put him back there, and he's crazy enough to run into a hole and probably hit the hardest hitter on their defense.
How do you think he did it the first time?
Well, obviously the other guy got pretty scared and tried to go underneath him. So I hope he gets the opportunity to hit somebody. I know he's hungry for it.
Is that kind of the goal when someone like that is in there, just like run straight and just hit something?
Yeah, we usually just we assign somebody for them to hit, and that's who they go hit.
Does it help to scream when you're going in?
Yeah. I mess around a lot in practice, and I'll scream when I do it. I don't do it in the game, though, but, just to get a little kamikaze screen out there.
Going into SEC play, have you noticed anything different, Blake's demeanor, anything like that?
I think the team as a whole has been really focused this week. Not that we haven't been focused in the other weeks, but I think we all know what's in front of us, and going into SEC play, we have to have the right mindset before every game.
Coach said this Florida team is way better than anyone's given credit for. Have you seen that on film?
Yeah, big time. They're playing with a lot of passion, and I know for us on the offensive side, they've got an unbelievable defensive line and a really good corner that we have to respect. And even if it's cutting people off on the backside, we have to be on our P's and Q's with that. I think they're a lot better than people think they are.
Growing up in Georgia, what were your memories of Florida?
Well, actually, I spent most of my life in Florida. Both my parents graduated from Florida, and my sister went to Florida. So for me, it was a big game when we went down to the Swamp a couple years ago. A great experience for my dad. So just growing up a Gator fan, it's always a fun game to play in.
Who were they cheering for this week?
My sister is the only game she doesn't cheer for Florida.
How would you describe Amari Cooper's approach to the game?
He's a guy that he wants to know what everybody on the field is doing so he can do his job better. And obviously, like I've said before, we run a lot of no-huddle stuff, so sometimes, he might be put in a spot that he doesn't run and practice as much, but just because the personnel we're in, he has to be in that spot. So just him knowing where everybody's supposed to be, his attention to detail is unmatched on the team.
Is Landon a guy on the defensive side that you need to be aware of where he is on the field at all times?
Yeah, I think so. Him and obviously a guy like Trey. I've gotten caught by Trey off guard a couple of times. It's never good. And also you have to know where Landon's at because he's so fast and he's got so much range that you might think you're safe on a throw, and he's there in a second.
How does the communication work when you're doing the no huddle? How does that all structured?
We've got people on the sideline just putting up signals and relaying with the quarterback, and the quarterback will tell us what's going on.
You're not getting to the point where you're holding up posters.
No, absolutely not. I hope not. It frustrates me so much watching that stuff.
Is it ever get confusing at times where it takes longer to get the play in?
No, not necessarily. There are some times where you might not hear something, where you have to ask a receiver or ask the line what's going on, but if one person gets it, then we can relay it down the line.
How much of an upgrade is this in terms of pass rushers you guys are facing, and how much does that change?
I think this is the best group we'll see. Obviously, we want to focus on this week and not look ahead or not look back, but I think number 6 and number 94 are really good, as well as number 11. I think us as a tight end group, we've been really focused on. Honestly, I think we've gotten better as a group this week, big time, because we've been so focused on getting our hands in the right spot, getting our hat in the right spot, being a little passive in our pass sets if we have to, go up against one of those guys in pass protection. So I think these guys are really good, and we respect them a lot.
Is it any different for you to be on the right side or the left side? One's more of a problem maybe or anything like that?
No, not necessarily. You know, when I first got here, it was a little difficult for me to play on the left side because the structure of the offense I was in high school, I only played on the right. But yeah, I think you don't really notice as much after you just get all those reps.
One more for Brian. Good.